Have you ever wondered about the unsung heroes of war? Those who heal, not harm, those who save, not kill? We often hear tales of gallant soldiers and strategic generals, their exploits narrated with a sense of awe and respect. Yet, there's another side of war that's equally important, yet often overlooked. A side that doesn't involve guns and bombs, but bandages and beds. A side that's not about taking lives, but about saving them. This is the realm of the military nurse. War, in all its brutal reality, is not just about the clash of armies, it's also about the struggle to preserve life in the face of death. And in this struggle, nurses play a pivotal role. They are the ones who brave the same dangers as soldiers, not to fight, but to heal. They work tirelessly, often in the most challenging conditions, to keep the wounded alive, to alleviate suffering, and to bring comfort in the midst of chaos. Yet, despite their invaluable contributions, their stories are often lost in the grand narrative of war. They become the unsung heroes, their acts of courage and compassion overshadowed by the sounds of gunfire and explosions. But today, we aim to change that. Today, we shine a light on one of these heroes. Edith Cavell, a British nurse, stands as a prime example of such extraordinary individuals. She was not just a nurse, but a beacon of hope in the dark times of the First World War. Her work extended beyond borders and beyond allegiances. She saved lives, regardless of the uniform they wore. She believed in humanity, above all else. And for this, she paid the ultimate price. Her story is not just about heroism, but about the power of compassion and dedication. It's a testament to the fact that in the midst of war, there can still be humanity. And it's a reminder that every act of kindness, every life saved, is a victory in itself. One such nurse was Edith Cavell, a woman whose bravery and dedication would impact the world. Born on the 4th of December, 1865 in Swanston, England, Edith Cavell was destined for greatness. She was the eldest of 4 children born to Reverend Frederick Cavell and his wife, Louisa. Growing up in a humble vicarage, Edith was instilled with a strong sense of duty and compassion. She was educated at home, where she learned to value service to others. In her early 20s, she moved to Brussels to work as a governess. However, it wasn't long before she felt a calling to a different kind of service. She decided to become a nurse. Returning to London, Edith began her training at the London Hospital in Whitechapel. Her dedication and determination quickly shone through. She was not just learning a profession, she was embracing a vocation. Edith Cavell was not just a nurse, she was a pioneer in her field. With the outbreak of World War I, Edith's life took a drastic turn. As the world plunged into chaos, Edith Cavell found herself in the heart of it all. From her nursing school in Brussels, she watched as the war unfolded around her. But rather than falter, she stood strong, transforming her school into a haven for wounded soldiers, regardless of their allegiance. Edith was more than just a nurse. She was a beacon of hope during a time of despair. She treated her patients not as enemy combatants, but as human beings, each with their own story, their own family, their own life waiting for them back home. She saw past the uniforms, past the harsh lines drawn by war, and saw the person underneath. But Edith's compassion didn't stop at the hospital doors. During the course of the war, she was instrumental in the establishment of an underground network that helped over 200 soldiers escape from occupied Belgium. This daring endeavor was a testament to her unwavering commitment to the sanctity of human life. Yet even amidst the turmoil and danger, Edith never lost sight of her original mission: to advance the profession of nursing. Her school continued to operate, training scores of nurses who would go on to save countless lives. Her commitment to education and her pioneering spirit helped shape the future of nursing, setting a new standard for care and compassion. Edith Cavell was a woman of extraordinary courage and resolve. She defied the rules of war, putting herself in harm's way to save others. And she did it all with a quiet determination, a steadfast belief in the power of compassion and kindness. As we delve deeper into her story, we come to understand that Edith was not just a nurse. She was a symbol of hope and resistance, a beacon of light in the darkest hours of World War I. She used her skills, her knowledge, and her courage to make a difference. And she did it all because she believed in the sanctity of human life. In the face of war, Edith Cavell chose compassion over fear. But Edith's work did not go unnoticed by the German forces. They were not oblivious to the fact that the hospital she operated was more than just a sanctuary for the wounded. They knew that it was a lifeline for those soldiers who were desperate to escape the horrors of the battlefield. In August of 1915, Edith was arrested. She was held in Saint-Gilles prison in Brussels and charged with treason for aiding the enemy. Edith didn't deny the charges. Instead, she stood tall and unflinching, stating with conviction that she could never turn away a man in need, regardless of the uniform he wore. The subsequent trial was swift, its outcome predetermined. Edith was found guilty. The sentence was death. But even in the face of such a dire verdict, Edith remained resolute. She was not a spy, she was not a traitor. She was a nurse, a healer, a beacon of hope in a world consumed by war. In her final hours, Edith penned a letter that would echo through the ages. Her words were not of fear or regret, but of steadfast belief in her cause. She wrote, "Patriotism is not enough. I must have no hatred or bitterness towards anyone." This quote, this simple yet profound declaration, encapsulates the essence of who Edith Cavell was. She was a woman who valued compassion above national boundaries, humanity above warfare. In the early hours of October 12, 1915, under the cold, indifferent gaze of a firing squad, Edith Cavell made the ultimate sacrifice. She faced her end with the same courage and dignity with which she lived her life. Edith Cavell was executed on 12 October 1915, but her legacy lived on. Her story, her words continue to inspire countless people around the world. They serve as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, the light of compassion of humanity can never be extinguished. Edith Cavell was not just a victim of war, she was a beacon of hope. These words hold a profound truth. Edith's legacy is far-reaching, her impact immense. Her work during the First World War, her sacrifice, and her unyielding spirit left an undeniable imprint on our world. Edith's influence on nursing is particularly noteworthy. She was not just a nurse, she was a pioneer, an innovator who transformed the profession. Edith believed that every life, regardless of nationality or allegiance, was worth saving. This sentiment was revolutionary at the time, a stark contrast to the prevailing notions of patriotism and nationalism. Her commitment to this belief, even in the face of death, forever changed the nursing profession. Today, her ethos is fundamental to nursing worldwide, a testament to her enduring influence. But Edith's legacy extends beyond nursing. She became an emblem of resistance, a symbol of courage and defiance against oppressive forces. Her execution by German forces sparked international outrage, galvanizing nations and individuals alike. It stirred the collective consciousness, prompting many to question the brutality of war, the value of human life, and the cost of standing up for one's beliefs. Moreover, Edith's role in World War I is significant. She saved countless lives, helping soldiers from both sides escape the horrors of war. Her efforts were instrumental in shaping the course of the conflict, her actions a powerful demonstration of humanity amidst the chaos and carnage. Edith Cavell was more than just a nurse. She was a visionary, a trailblazer who dared to challenge the status quo. She was a woman of immense courage who stood by her convictions even when it meant paying the ultimate price. Her legacy is a testament to the power of compassion, the strength of the human spirit, and the profound impact one person can have on the world. Edith Cavell, a nurse, a hero, and a woman who defied an empire. Her name may not be as well known as some, but her story, her legacy, is one that deserves to be heard. For in understanding her life and her sacrifice, we gain a deeper appreciation of the true cost of war and the extraordinary individuals who rise amidst its horrors. Edith once said, "I can't stop while there are lives to be saved." These words echo through the ages, reverberating with the force of her indomitable spirit. Edith Cavell was not just a nurse, she was a beacon of hope in the darkest of times, a testament to the enduring power of compassion and courage. Her heroism was not measured by the grandeur of her actions, but by the quiet strength she displayed in the face of adversity. She stood defiant against an empire, unyielding in her resolve to save lives, irrespective of the uniform they wore. Her legacy transcends the confines of nursing, permeating the very fabric of our shared human experience. She has shown us that in the midst of war, in the face of unspeakable horrors, the light of humanity can still shine through. Edith Cavell, a woman of courage and compassion, reminds us that even in the face of war, humanity can and must prevail.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down.